Hello. Welcome to another video here with Fly the Noob. Today we are flying the NX Cub, as you guys can see, into Sirena Station in Costa Rica. Okay, we are going to Sirena Station in Costa Rica. It's a very short little hop today. Very beautiful clouds, interesting weather. We are currently at an airstrip right nearby to Sirena Station, which is actually in the middle of a national park, and it has some sort of biological significance to it, something to do with the ecosystem and stuff like that. You get my point. So we are currently in an airport that is spelled C-A-R-A-T-E. I'm going to go ahead and pronounce that as Karate or Sarate Airport. I think it's Sarate Airport, right? It's better to say it's Sarate. So we're in that particular airstrip, and as you can see, we're going to be flying the NX Cub. I have removed the chocks and the covers, etc. If we look at the windsock, oh, there's a car right there. If we look at the windsock, I think that the wind is flowing in the opposite direction. Okay. Either case, let's get started and let's get ourselves into today's flight. Okay. Here we are inside our lovely little aircraft, which is very straightforward and very easy to start up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put the RPM up. Let's put the throttle cracked open. Fuel is on the left fuel tank. That is great. Mixture can go in rich. Master switch here is on. Fuel pump can come on. All the lights are off here. I don't know how to work with that. Anyway, avionics can go on, and we can actually go ahead and start the engines just like that. There we go. We've got startup. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll allow the temperature of the oil to rise up a little bit. Can crack the throttle open slightly to get the engine warmed up or something like that. I don't know if it has an actual implication on today's flight. Got the alternator, I'm assuming is what this is. Even if it isn't, I've turned that on. Fuel pump is still on here. Can leave that on, not a big deal. Can turn it off too, not a big deal. I can't control any of the lights, so that's sad, but anyway. We got our flaps lever here. We can turn that to takeoff position as such. Okay. There we go. We got our lovely little flaps. NX Cub, a really nice little aircraft. Two-seater. Perfect for bush trips, such as this one. Okay. Just like that, we have started up in less than 3 minutes. There we go. Alrighty, that is looking good. Okay, let's release our parking brake there and turn ourselves around. And we will taxi down the runway today, because I believe the wind is telling us to take off in the opposite direction, correct? So here we are, very easy, smooth aircraft to operate for the most part, although it is very intolerant of crosswinds. I believe the maximum crosswind here is 11 knots for us. Is that what it says? It does have a warning. Yeah, max demonstrated crosswind 11 knots. So we're moving a little fast here. We can pull our throttle back closed. Alright, because we don't need all this speed taxiing. Put a little bit of pressure on the brake there. Brilliant. Okay, let's turn our lovely little aircraft around. I like Costa Rica quite a bit. Costa Rica has some really good locations for bush trips in particular. All right. Okay, so there's nothing else to do except to open the throttle, which is what we're doing right away. Okay, let's do that. And just like that, we are up and off the ground. Okay. Now go ahead, reduce the RPM. Now if you notice, we don't have any map configured here. We don't have any flight plan configured here whatsoever because we really don't need one today. It's literally just a little hop that we are performing today. That's gonna take us into Sirena Station. So it's fairly simple. It's fairly simple. That's why I haven't even bothered to put in a flight plan. There we go. Beautiful looking country here. I enjoy Costa Rica quite a lot when it comes to bush flying. Probably need to explore more places, but still. Okay, we're not going particularly fast. We're not going particularly slow. RPM is looking good. Very good. Brilliant. Got a bit of rain. I love these rain animations. Why is the water going up? On the oh, it's going down. Never mind. Feels like it's going up on this side, eh? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Beautiful. Lovely. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Very nice. Very nice. We don't need to be climbing this steeply though. As long as we're clearing the mountains, we've got nothing else to worry about. There is some sort of line here on our map. I don't know. I haven't input anything. Okay, we don't have a waypoint anyway, so we don't need one actually. We really don't need one. There we go. We'll find ourselves in there we go. Map. Thank you. There it is. That is Sirena Station that we're trying to fly into, by the way. Okay. So we can command autopilot here, and we can say altitude, and we can say heading as well. Okay, autopilot on. Altitude, please. Thank you very much. Heading mode is on. Brilliant. So we can just fly along on autopilot now with nothing else to do pretty much. Maybe come off the throttle slightly. Okay. And that is it. That is pretty much it. What? Look at that. Clouds of showers off to our left. I like this. It's beautiful. Just a fun little hop, eh? Okay, Sirena Station is somewhere off to the coast in this region here. What a lovely looking place that is. Isn't that lovely? That is so beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay. Absolutely stunning. All right. We can take a slight little... Actually, we don't need to turn just yet. The runway kind of faces out into the water. So we can turn over the water into Sirena Station if we like. And since this is a fairly short video, we could even turn over it if we like, actually. We'll see. Whatever we feel like in the mood for. So let's go ahead and turn our aircraft into it, Sirena Station, slightly so we can take a better look at it, perhaps. Lovely. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it? Alright. For anybody new to flight simming, I highly recommend doing bush trips with these short takeoff and landing performance aircrafts. There it is. Sirena Station's right under us. There we go. We can now make a turn to our left almost 90 degrees. Look at that. We're almost perpendicular to the runway, or rather the airstrip here. So let's go ahead and make a 90-degree turn out into the sea. And we will get ourselves lined up for our landing into particular Sirena Station. Very nice. Beautiful, to say the least. So yes, if you guys are new to flight simming, this is how I recommend you should get used to flying. I feel like this is, I mean, despite all the fancy aircraft and the airliners and all the study level aircraft, I still enjoy bush hopping flights the most. I dare say even more than stun flights. So that is really fun. Okay, now we can take manual control here and pretty much turn our aircraft in by ourselves. Let's turn off autopilot here and let us do that right there. Oh, we're dipping way too much. Oh, disorientation. We got disoriented in the clouds for a second there. That's all right. Okay, we have cut our throttle down to idle. We got completely disoriented there. Double rainbow behind us. Sorry, double rainbow behind us. We actually got completely disoriented there. So I can only imagine how much more serious such a thing is in real life. Went into the clouds, complete disorientation. That's why you have to pay attention to your instruments. Let's drop our flaps here and we will slow down very, very rapidly. We need to open up our throttle to arrest our deceleration. And here we go, coming into land at Sirena Station. Okay, MRSN. Let's also have a little bit of a landing replay today. We'll get Sky Dolly going. Sky Dolly is going. We're a little too slow here. We need a little bit more power. And that's about it. Brilliant. It's a bush flight. We don't need to worry too much about how well we land and stuff like that. As long as we get there in one piece, it's all good. Okay, there we go. Just gonna, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut the throttle right there. Allow the aircraft to come in, and there we are. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. Just like that, we have landed into Sirena Station. All right, we'll clean up the aircraft, put the flaps back into, there we go, closed position. There it is, and we shall take a little shortcut here. We're supposed to follow the trail in the grass towards the parking, but as you can see, there's something in our way, basically a mini soccer field of some sort. I don't know why there's a random bar there, but anyway. Just gonna park our aircraft in this little clearing right here. Brilliant, and ta-da! There we go. There we go. That wasn't so hard. That wasn't so hard at all. That wasn't so hard at all. We're in beautiful Sirena Station. And as you can see, 2024 is giving us a little bit of issues here, but look at that. Beautiful and lovely. What a lovely aircraft. Okay, now let's have a look at our landing replay. Okay, let's enjoy that right away. Let's enjoy that. Rewinding our flight. Hopefully the flaps come down as they did. Yes, they do. That's brilliant. Okay, let's see how far out we are from the landing here. Okay, not so far out. Okay, let's take a look at our first landing replay here. There's some beefy tires on that. All the better for bush trips and landing into dirt. Those balloon tires really help. There we go, coming in. Nice and easy, very, very smooth. And a bit of a bumpy ground, we are shaking, but that is lovely right there. And right about somewhere here, we clean up our flaps. Hopefully, there we go. Brilliant. Nice little landing replay. Let's go ahead and have a bit more of replays from different views here, shall we? So let's try, what view shall I try? Should we try this view? Should we try this view? Let's try this view first, okay? We shall try this view, and then we'll come back and take a look at a few more, okay? We're just here to take a look at how the touchdown was. Beautiful. There we go, nice and smooth. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's have a look at another view. Let's see. Let's have a look at another view. How about this one right here? Yeah, this is a very nice view. I really like this view. So let's have a landing replay from this view as well. Afterwards, we'll shut down our little aircraft and we will take a look at Sirena Station. And then we shall, which is a handcrafted airport too in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Then we shall call it here for the video. So it's all right. Brilliant. Very nice. Okay. Let's now fast forward this. There we are. There we are. Okay. Let's get back in here into our aircraft. And we will shut our aircraft down like so. That off, fuel pump off, avionics master switches off. We can, flap is cleaned up, RPM 0, fuel selector can come to off, fuel mixture pulled to complete lean. And just like that, we have shut down our little aircraft. It's almost just like traveling in a car. There's not too many things to do on this lovely aircraft. We can open up our doors. Very nice, isn't it? Very, very nice. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful is what it is. We've just brilliant, right? I don't think we've missed anything. Even if we have, not a big deal. Okay, that is lovely. Let's now go in walk around mode. Look at that. Let's now head on down towards Sirena Station right here. Take a look at this lovely handcrafted airstrip, which is one of my very favorites in MSFS 2024. And after that, we can call it a day. Perhaps we can use the drone mode here. It's a little area here with magazines and stuff. Some sort of a resort or camp, I'm assuming. Right? It does have a sign here that tells us where exactly we are. Nice little touch. We got plenty of quads, so I'm assuming people go off into the woods for a little bit of off-roading here. There we go. Parque Nacional Corcovado. I'm so sorry for butchering that, but Estación Biológica Sirena. So there we go. Right? Let's now just zoom around with the drone mode so we can take a look at it a little quicker. There we go. Lovely details all around. Very, very lovely details all around. Beautiful looking camp with some cafeteria looking areas, which reminds me, I'm a little peckish. I need to get some food. What appears to be some sort of lodging here with nothing on the inside, but anyway. And camping grounds as well here. So yeah, lovely looking place in the middle of a national park, I assume. Very, very lovely. Look at that. Plenty of details, hey? Look at that. We've got drones with what appears to be the controller and a glass of champagne and maps, and that is lovely attention to detail here. Again, guys, one of my very, very favorite handcrafted little airstrips in MSFS 2024, Sirena Station. All right. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's little hop and tiny little tour of Sirena Station. If you did, please leave a like, consider subscribing. I will be making many more of these flights coming up. Bush hops, stun flights, commercial flights, and the lot. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. I hope to see you in the next one.